Hey, what's up, guys? This is your dude, Shotmaster. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 17 player ratings and team projection. And today in this video, we are going to take on the Carolina Panthers. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and put in the comment section below anything so you can be qualified to win a free copy of Madden NFL 17. I'm giving away 4 copies, and I'm picking names from each of the recent videos to be placed in the hat to pick from. So guys, the people over here just qualified for a chance to win a free copy. You can too. You know what to do. I just gave you the instructions. So let's go ahead. And guys, if you're watching on your phone, you will not see the names up here. So make sure you check the description because that's where they'll be. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about the Carolina Panthers, who last year went 15-1. Only Atlanta and the Super Bowl champion Broncos beat them. And I feel like they both beat them the same way, by putting pressure on the edges of Cam Newton. And this year, I feel like a lot of people will talk about Josh Norman leaving and the replacement for Josh Norman, and was Josh Norman just a system guy, and can the person that comes in be or take Josh Norman's place and be that guy. I'm not a big person when it comes to the system. I believe people thrive in systems, but I feel like if they have talent, they have talent. I don't think Josh Norman is a system guy, and I could be talking because I'm biased because I'm a Redskins fan. But I will say that that system is geared and helps those corners when they can put pressure on the quarterback and make them throw earlier than they want to. And I feel like that is a lot of what makes Josh Norman good, because he was able to anticipate when the pressure was going to get to the quarterback, knew when the quarterback was going to have to release the ball. And I think he forced 7 turnovers last year, so you can't, that's talent alone. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the Carolina Panthers did in the offseason to address these needs. Now, one of the things we didn't talk about is the return of Kelvin Benjamin, but in Madden, he was always there for you. So you know how this offense can roll when you have those in pieces. But I think the maturity of Devin Funchess is definitely going to help you when you have your Panthers squad in your CFM. So of course they lost Josh Norman, but they got a center and a defensive tackle. But again, the people that I want to take a look at is these rookies that they brought in. I mean, their first 4 picks, they drafted 3 defensive backs in their first 4 picks. But they did get Vernon Butler, defensive tackle. Then they got this dude, James Bradberry, Daryl Worley, and Sanchez, all DBs, and all looking to take Josh Norman's spot. Can they do it? Will they survive? Like, are those the 3 people that you would focus on in game planning? I don't know. Let's take a look at the Carolina roster and see what they have. All right, as we take a look at the Carolina roster, as you can see, they got Kuechly, Olsen, Newton, Davis, Short, Khalil. So they have some pretty good players, and they have a couple of young players too, and Kuechly, and you know, Cam Newton, he's 26, but that's still pretty young, especially if you consider the quarterback that beat him in the Super Bowl was daggone 40. So let's go ahead and take a look at the quarterback situation. Really no change here. Newton is your guy. You got Derek Anderson, but you also got Joe Webb back there just in case you need some more speed. They really only got Joe Webb to scout the practice team, just so they can practice against fast quarterbacks. As we take a look at the halfback situation, you got Jonathan Stewart, who doesn't really have great speed, and neither does Cameron Artis-Payne. But the 1-2 punch, along with Fozzie Whitaker, is pretty good. And then you still have Mike Tolbert as your fullback. So the Carolina Panthers usually use a run back by committee. It's really not a featured guy. And all these guys are pretty good in their own way. I especially like Mike Tolbert. Been doing it for a while, but if you have that kind of offense where it's running the ball, then you have some weapons in Cam Newton, Stewart, Payne, Whitaker, and my man Mike Tolbert. As we take a look at the wide receiver situation, you have you got Kelvin Benjamin back. I think his numbers are going to be flat out great. He's going to come back stronger. I don't know if Madden is going to give him the love that he's going to deserve, especially later on in the season after everybody sees that, oh, he is healthy. Oh, man, he's still fast. Oh, man, he's just as explosive as he was before the injury. Those are the things that we cannot take into effect. Remember, these are not the official ratings, but somebody like Kelvin Benjamin coming off of surgery, coming off of injury, you don't know where EA's head at, where they're going to rank him. As we take a look at the rest of the receivers, you have Ted Ginn Jr., you have Corey Brown, but it's this dude, Devin Funchess, who I really like. 6'4" wide receiver. To me, I don't know. He's probably one of the guys that I would target as somebody to use my game planning against, and I would definitely move Bunches up a spot. Like, I would move him to maybe the number 2 or the number 3 spot. I would probably move him to the number 2 spot. Let Ted Ginn play the slot. Let him clear out the DBs and the safeties for all the underneath routes that Funchess and Kelvin Benjamin are going to play. But I like their wide receiver situation. I mean, Cam did it without Benjamin and without a real mature Funchess who really started coming on as late. So it'll be very interesting to see how this wide receiver does for you guys. But again, you have young wide receivers. I mean, 24, 23, 21. You might even want to trade Ted again or get rid of him, but I don't think you can get rid of him because he has that 94 speed. If he still has 94 or 93 plus speed in Madden NFL 17, then I think you keep him just so that he helps Cam go vertical down the field. Now, as we take a look at the tight end situation, you have one of the best tight ends in the league with Greg Olsen. A lot of people will argue with me. I will tell you that my man Jordan Reed is better than Greg Olsen. I know a lot of people don't think so, but to me, I think he is. He's a younger tight end as well. But Greg Olsen is solid. And then you still have Ed Dixon, who is solid as well. 6'4", 6'5". Look at all the height that you have. 6'5", 6'4" wide receivers. Then you have a 6'5" tight end and a 6'4" tight end. So you have nothing but a lot of range when it comes to throwing the ball high. They cover a lot of area. As we take a look at your offensive line, now remember, this is a running the ball squad. So I look at stuff like their strength and their run blocking. We're not even going to take a look at their overall right now. We're going to take a look at their run blocking, because I think with this team, you have to remember, even though you got all them 6'5" targets or 6'4" plus targets, you have to run the ball effectively to keep people off balance. So you have 89 run blocking here, center 91 run blocking, right guard 92 run blocking, right tackle 79 run blocking. So I don't know, you might want to get the rookie in there, but who knows? I mean, that's something that you definitely have to evaluate. But I would take a look for run blocking offensive linemen. As we take a look at the defense was top notch last year. You have Charles Johnson still at your left end. You got this dude named Mario Addison too. So you got a lot of versatility right now. Your right end, you have Ely. You have Ely, and you got this dude Wes Horton. Your defensive tackle, you have Kawan Short, and you have this guy Latulele. I don't know. Who knows what that name is? I hear it all the time, but I cannot pronounce it when I see it. Your left outside linebacker, you got Klein. And then, of course, you got the two guys, Luke Kuechly and my man Thomas Davis holding up the rest of the linebacker spot. Now, one thing you might want to do is as we look at these linebackers, you might want to look, especially for your right outside linebacker. I don't know how much Thomas Davis is going to play into your CFM. Maybe a couple more seasons, but he's definitely going to start slowing down. I mean, he's already 32 years old. I don't expect that 82 speed to be there much longer. As we take a look at your DB situation, this is where you're going to have to see where these young guys are going to fit in. You have, because of Josh Norman leaving, you have Ben Winker, or whatever his name is. I cannot pronounce these names. But anyways, you have him, 89 speed, and then you got the three rookies. I mean, back to back to back. Bradberry, Worley, and Sanchez. Now, I think what I would do is definitely target two of those rookies to focus my game planning on, but that's just me. I don't know what you would do. So as we take a look at their man and zone, 80-83, 81-84, 79-84, 87-80. So I think what I would do, because they're pretty much all similar, I would take a look at their speed. Now again, these are not official ratings, but I would definitely target Bradberry and Worley as my two DBs to focus my game planning on. Free safety spot, you got Kurt Coleman, solid, and then you got Trey Boston, who is also solid, who's also young as well. So who are the three people that I would target? I think it would be James Bradley. So let's take a look at James Bradley. Bradley and Worley are definitely the two guys I would target. Two of the three guys I would target. I definitely would bump up their zone coverage, because I feel like in Madden NFL 17, you're going to be playing a lot of zone because they're going to play better than man. You know, last year or maybe the year before, man was better than zone. This year, I feel like zone is going to be way better than man. So I would definitely work on their zone coverage and their awareness. So of course their awareness is going to be low because they're young guys, but those are two things. And then the other person I would definitely do is Devin Funchess, because I would actually move him up to my second wide receiver spot and move Ted Ginn down to the slot. So guys, that's going to do it for the Carolina Panthers. Hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section who your three guys are, and let me know what video or what team you want me to break down next. We're getting close to Madden season. Make sure you check me out every Tuesday night, Game Changers Live. I do a live show on twitch.tv/EA Sports. We'll talk about ratings this week. We'll talk about some other stuff going on in the Madden community. And hopefully I'll have some special guests. We'll see. I don't know. It's still up in the air, but definitely check me out. This should do Shotmaster. Appreciate y'all. I'll check you guys out later. Peace.